Slot man in motion right. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The extra point is good. And the visitors are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So after 1, 14-7 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. 2nd down and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Has a touchdown. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done. Pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. 14 on the pickup. That's enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This is going to be from 53 yards out. That one is good. And the visitors cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Receiver in motion, headed left. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Now, faking the give. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he's going to be taken down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
He pulls it in around the 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Good blocking, and he's in for the touchdown. That second touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down.
That one intercepted. And the visitors are going to take possession here at their own 6.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
This team's offense going to take over just before the half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Anthony Richardson has thrown a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far.
One-sided
but there's still plenty of time
action.
left for this one
Will we get a
to
turnaround?
tighten up
Let's find
significantly.
out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally, the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and that's not going to yield a whole lot to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd down, 3 to go. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Going up top.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. Slot receiver headed right. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll look to throw here on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll look to throw again. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
The back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments...
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 2nd and 11. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 13 yards. Result is a first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. A gain there of 15, and that will be a first down. They'll throw out of the gun. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Now a give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. A run now on 2nd down. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the goal line and in for the score. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and through. And his guys will add 1 more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick hitting slant there. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Back to the air one more time. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On second down, they'll run. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Another carry for the running back. He's brought down at the 31. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll send in the field goal unit. This a 48-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys will extend their lead. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.